So now that I have my two costumes, I want to do things where it will shoot a balloon in the air. So I need a balloon first off. So let me go find here, and I think they actually have a balloon. Oh yeah, right, a balloon, of course. So that looks awesome. The size of the balloon is a bit much, so I'm going to go over to my costumes, and I'm going to Command A. That highlights everything. And if I choose this one, don't choose that one, that'll modify, but if I choose this one, I can shrink it down to, yeah, that's a better size. And you see it's got a little plus here, and that's actually the center of the drawing, so I'm going to drag it and snap it into the center so that when I'm working with it, the position works well. All right, so there's my balloon. And what I'm going to do is move this thing around. So in my code, I have code here, so if I push the arrow keys, it moves. And if I push the space bar, what I wanted to do is to launch a balloon right there. So let's go look at that code. So I go look at the code. When the space bar is pressed, I want the balloon to sort of appear here and then float up into the sky. So it has to listen for a space bar press. So I'm going to go to events, and when the space key press, isn't that nice? It already knows it. And this is again under the balloon code. When the space key is pressed, I'm going to go to the paddle, and I think it's called Sprite 2. That's no good. So I can rename this sprite to be called paddle. All right, and I'm going to go back to the balloon. I'm just going to call it balloon instead of balloon 1. Go to, instead of going to a random position, I want it to go to the paddle. So now when I press the space key, the balloon goes right to where the paddle is. And it's kind of right on top of it. So I want it to actually go, maybe, you see the y direction's 146, negative 146? Maybe I want it to go more like that. So maybe 40 more up. So I will change my y value by 40. And now when I hit the space, oh yeah, that's good. You see how it starts right there? So once I do that, then I want it to float up and away. So last thing to do that is I will add a control that says forever. And I will move it up. So I will change the y value by 10. So let's see what that does. Oh, see, it floats off and then it kind of stops. And what's happening, oh, it's busted. So it's forever going off by 10. All right, and it's changing the y value by 4. So let me stop it and do this. So once it hits the top of this, come back here. Can I even click it and bring it back? I don't know. Let's see here. Y value, let's say, bring it back here. Okay, there we go. When it gets to the edge, I need it to stop. All right, so let's put in an if statement that says, this is under control, if is touching the edge, then we're going to stop. And we'll just stop this code. So stop this script. So let's try again. All right, run the program. Moving, moving, moving. Launch the balloon, and then he stops. And then I can move another one. There we go. So cool. So we've got this balloon thing going. Awesome.